Hey guys, Oggs here from the US. Another day, another common sense video, always trying to defeat all the fake news online by giving you fact and trying to help you to think outside the box. In today's episode, I am going to talk about the left back position as Chelsea Football Club. We've been linked with different kind of players all over the world because they know Chelsea are in need. The first one is Nathan Ake. Everybody knows about this guy. The second one is Jose Gaya from Valencia. Another one is Ben Chilwell from Leicester City. As bonus, I'll be talking about Ian Matson from the academy, Juan Castillo, who is on loan at Ajax, and also Jada Silva that we sold, but we still have a buyback clause. Let's start by Nathan Ake, a Chelsea academy graduate. We sold him to Bournemouth for 20 million, but we inserted a buyback clause of 35 million. So there is no problem at all getting him back because he doesn't have any choice. We have the money, we can get him at any time. People would tell me that Nathan Ake is not a left back. Guess what? He played more on the left in his academy days than in the central position. I've seen him a lot of time playing on the left back at Bournemouth, and he's very, very flexible player. He can play all the back line, and he can also play in the midfield. At Chelsea Football Academy, we train players to adapt to different positions. And you can even tell when Mason Mount is playing on both wings, can play in the midfield, number 6, number 10, number 8. He is very comfortable playing any position. The same with Ake. The back line, the midfield, he is awesome. He will score you goals. He can shoot from distance. He's very good on air. He can score with his head, and he's the real deal. If we have some problem with the defenders, he can replace them, and the midfielders also, he can do the job. So this guy is the real deal according to me. I might be a little bit biased because I love the players from the academy, but believe me, this guy can replace Emerson if needed, and can replace everybody at the back line if needed, and in the midfield too. So what a player to have around. Ake is tall and physical, and sometimes in our team we lack a little bit of physicality in the box. So I think Ake is going to do us a lot of good. I have no hesitation at all buying him back because he will adapt very quickly and will really fit to the system nicely. The second link is Ben Chilwell from Leicester City. And yes, he's not going to be cheap. He's from Leicester. Leicester don't need money. They don't need to sell. They are in the Premier League. They have a rich owner, and we saw what happened with Harry Maguire deal at the United. So I'm thinking if we go for him, we're going to have to pay 60 plus million to get him to the club. But are we really going to spend that kind of money paying this guy while we can have cheaper and probably better? I know the guy is very good in the Premier League, one of the best. But we also have one of the best. Emerson this year is on top of the statistics when it's come to left back. If he's healthy, we have a very good player out there, but we need competition for him, and we don't only need somebody to sub when he's tired, but we need also a top class that can challenge him, push him, and will take Chelsea to the next level, because every great team should have at least 2 players in each post. So I won't really oppose to get Ben, but I don't think it's really realistic. This is where the common sense comes to play, because Leicester are determined to make it to the Champions League regularly. They have a very rich owner. They have a lot of money in the Premier League. They can offer the same salary as Chelsea will offer to Ben. So Ben will be thinking about moving to Chelsea and sit on the bench, or staying with Leicester and play each game but getting the same money. And they have ambition too. Who knows, maybe he will find Chelsea more interesting and living in London, prestigious club and all that. It's possible for him to come, but I'm more worried about the price. And honestly, I don't see Marina spending that kind of money, 60 to 70 million, to pay for a left back, when we have few others that I will be talking in this video. And I don't know, I just think that it's fine. I would like to have him in my team, but it doesn't look like it's realistic when it comes to money and when it comes to ambitions. So this is a question for you guys. What do you think about it? Because I don't know. That's why I put it out there. Let me know if you think this deal is going to be realistic. But definitely, I would like to have 2 world-class left backs at Chelsea Football Club so we can start challenging. But if paying that kind of money for somebody to sit on the bench, I would prefer to have our own players from the academy, or Aki, who is going to cost half the price, than have Ben on the bench. That is just my point of view. Common sense is telling me that this is an agent trying to get him a raise, or to get him sign a new deal with Leicester City, because sometimes it has nothing to do with Chelsea. It's just they have to use Chelsea name in order to get a better deal, and that could be the case, guys. But who knows? Ben might have to learn from Drinkwater, who came to Chelsea with big fee, but who ended up by sitting on the bench for 2 seasons, and now he's just drinking wine and getting in trouble in nightclubs. The next one to be linked with Chelsea is Jose Gaya. I don't know how to pronounce it. Valencia. And his price also is not going to be cheap. It's going to be 50 million plus, because it's Chelsea and because it's the Premier League. I am a little curious about this guy. I heard about the guy more than 2 seasons. He's been linked with every kind of club in the world: Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern, Arsenal, United, City, Chelsea, Paris Saint-Germain. All the big teams in the world have been linked with. My question is, why he never got his transfer granted? Is there something that the scout from those clubs are not convinced about? I don't know. He was so close supposedly last summer to moving to Man United, and for some reason the move didn't happen. So what's going on with this Jose guy? I don't know him that much. I only watch some YouTube videos, but as you know, YouTube can make you look like the best in the world, even if you are not. So you have to be very careful watching video on YouTube and making conclusions. But I know if Chelsea are going for him, they must send scout for months and sometimes years to look at a player before they make a decision. I'm just afraid that he will be another Mustafi. Yes, I know they don't play the same position, but Mustafi came from Valencia, and I remember at the time I was so angry that Chelsea didn't go for him. We ended up by getting David Luiz back from Paris Saint-Germain, and Mustafi went for Arsenal. The rest is history. So this guy from Valencia, he might be very good in the La Liga, but not necessarily in the Premier League. So I have my doubt about him, but I don't know him that much. And if Frank Lampard and the scouting team decide to get him to Chelsea, that means that he is good and he will provide something new and different to the team. So I would trust on them. To conclude this video, I'll be talking about our own product from the academy, Jada Silva. He moved to Bristol City on permanent move, of course, and we inserted a buyback clause. We sold him, I think, 6 million or 8 million, something like ridiculous like that, but we can get him anytime we want, and I don't think it's going to cost us more than 10 million. And then Juan Castillo, who went to Ajax on loan for 1 season with option to buy. But if we ensure him that he will be having playing time in the first team, he will be coming back. And then our own, who currently play for B team or the development team or under 23, whatever you want to call it, is Ian Maatsen. The guy is very good, very technical. He's still a kid and he's still learning. So if we can't find a top class left back, I would prefer to use our own. And that is the right solution, because we don't have to spend money and buy a bunch of average player the way we saw in the past and pay them tons of money for no reason. There we go, guys. I hope you enjoy my analysis. I'm trying to be different than other YouTube channels. I always like to think outside the box. I am sick and tired of getting excited every single window only to get so disappointed at the end, because people just reporting some speculation on social media, but many stories don't make any sense. And if a story doesn't make any sense, most of the time it's not true.